Hello, this is Dumpit, my cost of living crisis busting. Copyright Miss Hubnut. Peugeot 106, it's a 2002 Peugeot 106 Independence, and it's cost of living crisis busting because I was given this car for free. Someone very generous donated it to me. So what I'm trying to do is run it for free, which is a tall order, but I'm actually managing it. Now, shock horror, there's been quite a troubling development. Dumpit has broken. Yeah, I'll get onto that in a minute. I'll show you what's broken. Before I do, I'm going to give a very quick rundown of the costs so far, so you can keep up to date with whether this is costing any money or not. This is not me bragging, because if it was me bragging, I'd be bragging about how much money I had. And I don't. It's the other way around. It's how much money I don't have. And this car is helping me, so I'm bragging about how little money I have. So I've got the figures here. This is a quick rundown. Nothing too clever. I've now done in Dumpit 1,376 miles. Yeah, I'm doing this precise. I'm not doing it in decimals, but 1,376 miles since I got it. And it has averaged, now this, you need to bear in mind here, this is how many gallons, this is MPG, but how many gallons I've bought. Not how many gallons I've used. So it's how many gallons I've purchased for Dumpit and has been put into Dumpit. So if there is still any of that fuel left in Dumpit, which there is, it still has a quarter of a tank in it, that means the figure will go up before it goes down again when I buy more. Does that make sense? In that 300 or 1,376 miles, because I'm in America now for some reason, 1,376 miles, Dumpit has averaged, I'm actually quite impressed with this, 46.3 miles to the gallon. I.e., I've bought enough fuel to cover 46.3 miles to the gallon. If I was to put more fuel in it now, that would be what it has achieved. But, as I say, it still has a quarter of a tank in it, so that number is going to go up slightly. That's actually surprising me. It's better. I mean, I knew it would be okay on fuel, but I didn't think it would be that good on fuel. It has done a couple of long trips, so it went. We took it for a day out, Dumpit's day out, not to. Where was that place I got into the fight? Uxbridge? Not there. We took it to Brands Hatch. Went to Brands Hatch, went to Brands Britannia, not to watch any British cars. It was a celebration of British cars. I was actually watching a Citroen BX being driven around by Gary Cole. So nothing to do with a British car. But we went to that, and we took Dumpit. Dumpit went to Brands. Dumpit was parked on South Bank at an alarming angle. So that means that to date, so far, all in, absolutely everything. The only thing I am not including in this is insurance. I can't include insurance because, well, Dumpit's on a trade policy, so that it doesn't have a premium. It's on a policy with a load of other cars. So there is no insurance cost, really. The insurance cost, having Dumpit on there, makes no difference, so it's kind of irrelevant. That's the only thing I can't include, but I'm including everything else: fuel, tax, repairs, parts. Well, labour I'm not, but it's my own time, isn't it? So it's not like I'm putting it through. I'm not working on it in workshop hours. Everyone's like wheeler dealers. Oh, you're not including labour. They might be out of hours. We don't know. So the total cost so far for Dumpit is £344.48. That's everything I've spent on it from day one. And that's including those drive shafts I sent back in the last one. Do you remember that? £344.48 so far, which gives me a cost per mile of 25 pence. That's not bad, is it? I don't know what the cheapest car per mile is that you could get on HP, a new car, but I'm guessing it'll be an Ami or something like that. I think 40p a mile is a figure I've seen, but I don't know what that includes. What it definitely doesn't include is YouTube, because that figure there does not include YouTube. And to date, right up to this morning, Dumpit has earned me £357.60. So if you take away the £344.48, I am in the green to the tune of... I haven't written it down. Hang on. Dumpit has earned me, when you take away Dumpit's costs, £13.12. Meaning that over 1,376 miles, Dumpit has earned me 1 penny, not quite 1 penny, it's about 0.96, no, yeah, 0.96 pence for every mile that I've driven it. I think that's quite good. I'm quite pleased with that. So this is a free car. I'm running this car for free at the moment. That could change. Every month, a direct debit comes out for the road tax, and that is £18 something. So every month, that bumps down. If I don't do any more videos on Dumpit, and therefore there is no more income on Dumpit, because all Dumpit's videos have topped out, they might increase by £1 for their total revenue over the next sort of, I don't know, 2 months, year, 5 years, decade, till Putin pushes the button. Who knows? If I don't do any new videos, then that figure is just going to start going down into the red. But as long as I keep doing them every now and then, like today, free car, but it's broken. And what I can't do is buy a replacement part, because that goes against the ethos of Dumpit. Because, well, it will screw my figures up. The problem Dumpit has, dear viewer, got a broken knob. This is not good. It's all fallen to bits. Look. But I think I can get around this. I have my plan. Brake cleaner, blue rag, and goo. So what I'm going to do is pop that back in there, like that, and then, well, maybe put a bit of this in first. A bit of goo there, let's hopefully push that in there. Don't worry about the excess, that is fine. That isn't a massive problem. And what I need to do is, because you don't ever need to take this apart. This is like, this just shouldn't have come apart at all. So I'm just filling it up with gack. And then, there we go, that's it. Right, and you're going to think, oh no, you've got horrible gunge all over your gear lever. What are you going to do with that? Are you stupid? Well, don't get me wrong, this isn't going to look perfect. It's not going to be one of those Facebook videos where someone restores something and it's hugely satisfying. It's going to be more like one of those Facebook videos where someone says, you won't believe this simple hack, and it ends up looking like death. But as long as it doesn't fall apart, and as long as I can't feel the cracks, that's what I'm more bothered about. I don't want to be able to feel the cracks when I'm driving. And to be fair, any glue that does sort of ooze out, it will wear away. It will just naturally sort of polish off, if you like. The knob will become polished with the amount of hand movement on it. What? How does that feel? Yeah, that's not too bad. That'll do. And then, he says, you're going to be like, well, what's going to hold all that in place? Well, I've been nicking these from the postman. There you go. Lovely, job done. And it will be tomorrow when it dries. But for now, job done. But that's not the only quick fix I need for today. There is another. God, it's just so nice to have a light car. Come see. Now, according to the trip computer in Dumpit, well, my wife following it, apparently I've got a boot full of crap. Forgot about that. I've also got, I've got condensation in my light. This is not going well. I've got a brake light out, apparently. So, I don't actually know which one it is. Where's my pedal doobry thing? Where's that gone? Oh, there. Well, make sure the centre one's working as well. So if I put this on the brake pedal with the ignition on, because it's not a Japanese car. Oh no, don't do that.
Series returns to Portsmouth Guildhall.
Oh, why is that not working? Right. Ah, look. Working. Well, you can see it, can't you? Okay. So if it's anything like a Saxo, and it should be because it is the same as a Saxo, only it's not the same as a Saxo. Right, look at this. The back of the light has a cover. The Saxo does not. There's a wing nut on the... Oh, it's wet. I think it might just be condensation. Yeah, if it's anything like a Saxo... If it's anything like a Saxo, it would be really tight and you won't be able to get it undone. A little wing nut that you undo. Oh. What's happened to my 5-minute fix? Does it bang out? Saxos just literally pull off. Why? Just check this one just in case. What's happened? Why won't my lights come off? Just thought I undid that one to see if... I'm going to have to go and Google something. Hang on.
Moments later.
What the hell, right? There's another wing nut in there, apparently. I can see it. Why? Right, I'm not getting this because the Saxo has bigger... And I use the Saxo as a reference because the 106 and the Saxo are the same car. Badge engineering, well, it's a bit more than badge engineering, but not a lot more. And the 106 and the Saxo, I say, same car, Saxo has bigger rear lights than the 106, bigger rear clusters, and only one wing nut. The 106 has smaller rear clusters, smaller, daintier, more delicate, and 2 wing nuts. Why? I bet it's the same bulb holder. Oh no, maybe not. It's soaking wet. Oh dear. That'd be why it doesn't work. Blinker fluid's run out. Still got a bit in there. I don't want to drill a hole in it. Why is it leaked? That wing nut wasn't very tight. Maybe that's why. There's a bit of water trapped between the inner bit and the outer bit of the lamp. Oh, there is a drainage hole. Did someone put that in there, do you think? Or is that original? Okay. Right, so that'll be why this died then, because that bulb is soaking wet. It's never a quick fix, is it? Never a 5 minute. That should just be a nice quick thing. Nope. I need a bulb. Ugh. Look. Ugh. I think that's a 380. I think. I was going to be all funny and not use a new bulb and take one out of another car, like the Tractiva or something, to save money. But I can't get to the Tractiva because it's buried. So I'm going to have to stump up the required number of pennies for a new bulb. Let's just check it works before I go sealing this off. Yay! Moment of truth. Make sure it hasn't died in the meantime. Yes! Sweet! I realise you've probably subscribed to this channel to see me work on a Citroen SM, restore it, and I'm changing the bulb on a Peugeot 106, but yeah. I've got no excuse. While I'm cooking on gas, it does have a squealy alternator belt. It's every now and then you'll start it up and it'll go, well, I'm not going to make the noise because that'll be really annoying, but it squeals and then you have to rev it and it stops. And it attracts attention that I don't want. So, I think there is a chance, potentially, that you can just tighten it up. Like, you don't even have to undo any locking nuts or anything underneath. You see, you've just literally got that adjuster bolt there, but there's no locking nut or anything. And it is, I mean, this is a multi-V belt, so it can stand to be quite tight, and it's very much not quite tight, it's quite loose. This car also has a bit of an oil leak, I've noticed. Although it might actually just be the rocker cover. Looking at that, if I park it up, I get a little dribble of oil down this side. If I park it after I've driven it in, I wonder if it's just the rocker cover. There was actually a lot of mayo under there a little while back, and I got really panicky, but it's because it's not doing many miles. It wasn't doing many miles. Now it is. Now it's burning it off. Right, let's try tightening that up. So there is a chance. I literally just, apologies for the overuse of literally there, but oh no, I think there is some sort of locking nut. Or is there? Oh no, it's tightened. There must be one. Oh, it's there. That's why. Oh. God, Dumpit's getting some real love here. Some real attention. There we go. Shall I check that? Why not? Maybe that's why the oil is leaking out. Maybe it's rocker cover. Maybe it's just loose. I mean, this is Dumpit. No, it's not loose. It could be brittle. It doesn't feel brittle. It is definitely coming from the rocket cover gasket, so that's fine, because that's manageable. All that does is make a bit of a mess. I will check the oil level. It's not bad. Yeah, but you could have a little bit more in it, but it's still crystal clear, look. I'll give it a little bit more. I've actually got some free oil somewhere, before anyone goes, oh, it's going to screw up your numbers. Ow! But I'm not going to put much in, because these things only take about 3.5 litres when they're empty, so it won't take much to top this up. So I've got to be honest, I'm loving Dumpit. It's very liberating to have a car that you don't necessarily care about, and I don't mean that in a mean way, because I do actually like this car. But it's not. Its job is not to be here and be a pride and joy. You know, it is a valued member of the fleet, but it is not. It's not a main character. Does that make sense? Well, that's either the right amount or too much, so that's fine. I did actually top this up a little while ago, and I'm hoping, because this was a bit manky and I got a bit worried. It's got some glittery stuff in it, which is never a good sign. But I think it is actually a little bit sludgy in there. But that might be from a previous mishap or something. As I say, I've done plenty of miles in this and it has not missed a beat. It's been lovely. Oh yeah, no, it's right. Oh, looks sludgy. It's a little bit sludgy in there. Why would there be oil in there? Don't you be doing your HGF, Dumpit, because that's going to be causing us problems. It's a Nissan's radiator, so it's not the original rad. Coolant looks lovely and clear. I think it is just residue. Perhaps it's popped dead gasket in the past, maybe. Shouldn't have done. It's only done 40,000 miles. Well, we'll keep an eye on that and deal with it as and when. I think that's about it. Apparently the cam belt, the previous owner, team's keen for me to do the cam belt, but I went through the paperwork and I think it says it was done in 2019, so I mean, it is quite easy to do. So maybe I'll do it. Right, that'll do. Anyway, right, that is quite enough of that rubbish. Dumpit lives to fight again. Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget, 19th of October, there is I know I keep banging this drum. 19th of October, there is a 24-hour live stream, and it is going to be a big event. And I've put loads of videos out already, introducing some teams that are going to be taking part in some car challenges. It's all car-based stuff. If it says charity on it, it doesn't mean it's just about charity. It's not just going to be sob stories about sick children. You know, in fact, to be honest, there isn't really any sob stories about sick children. We're just doing it in the name of a sick child. But it is all car stuff still. It's the same kind of thing. It's just for a purpose, if that makes sense. Yeah, I shall be looking forward to that. So keep an eye out for any notifications, updates, social media things, and whatever else it is I've forgotten to tell you. Thanks.